Om. Om. Om.
Om Shuklam Varadharam Vishnum Shashivarnam Chaturbhujam Prasannavadanam Dhyayet Sarva Vighnopashantaye Sada Shiva Samarambham Shankaracharya Madhyamam Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparam. Om पार्थाय प्रतिबोधितां भगवता नारायणेन स्वयं व्यासेन ग्रथितां पुराणमुनिना मध्ये महाभारतम् अद्वैतामृतवर्षिणीं भगवतीम् अष्टादशाध्यायिनीम् अम्ब त्वामनुसन्दधामि भगवद्गीते भवद्वेषिणीम् यं ब्रह्मा वरुणेन्द्ररुद्रमरुतः स्तुन्वन्ति दिव्यैस्तवैः वेदैः साङ्गपदक्रमोपनिषदैः गायन्ति यं सामगाः ध्यानावस्थिततद्गतेन मनसा पश्यन्ति यं योगिनः यस्यान्तं न विदुःसुरासुरगणाः देवाय तस्मै नमः.
Bhagavad Gita with Bhasya, chapter 18. We have to see now the verse 45. Please read. Before that, wait. Read Prastavana Bhashya.
एतेषां जातिविहितानां कर्मणां सम्यक् अनुष्ठितानां स्वर्गप्राप्तिः फलं स्वभावतः.
So now, the karmas, according to Varna system, based on Swabhava or Swabhavajaihi Gunaihi was told. Means these karmas are not enjoined by Shastras arbitrarily. They are more or less based on the aptitudes of the Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. In modern language, you can say the aptitude, their nature, their mental disposition, based on the Sattva Guna, Rajoguna, and Tamoguna that they have got. We already seen there is no entity, there is no creature in this entire cosmos free from three gunas. The only thing is that they are in a varying degree. Sattva, knowledge, Rajas, activity, Tamas, stupor, etc. All these are there. Now, the Brahmana who has got Sattva Guna in predominance is certainly the most intelligent one, capable of gaining high knowledge. Then Kshatriya has got Rajoguna predominant, but he has got Sattva Guna secondary. So therefore, might, prowess is disposition, but supplemented by intelligence also may not be to the degree of Brahmana. Brahmana excels in intelligence, his capacity to learn, study, teach, etc. Kshatriya does have, but his predominance is in the karma. Now, Vaishya has got Rajoguna predominant, but Tamoguna secondary. He has got intelligence, but business skills, etc., etc. Whereas Shudra is predominantly tamasic, tamoguna. So therefore, his intelligence is average intelligence. Brahmana, the topmost satoguna, highly intelligent. Second one, Kshatriya. Third one, Vaishya. So therefore, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya are made eligible to study Vedas because they have that aptitude, though Brahmana excels because of Sattva-guna. Shudra doesn't have. So if you ask him to study Vedas, will he? A person who has somehow passed in the 12th standard, that also with a grace mark, will he be able to take to engineering, medicine, etc., wherein high intelligence required? No. Likewise, Vedas do take into account the aptitudes of the individual, and of course, here it is Varnashram system gives us a clear indication, and the karmas are enjoyed. But one thing, in the old and ancient days, because nowadays this Varna system is not in practice, but when it was in practice, they were deciding it based on the birth of the individual. We have seen this in detail in the context of Chaturvarna system, which was explained by Bhagavan earlier. But for practical purpose, they were taken based on the birth. See, if there are two reasons for that. One thing, olden days, these karmas based on this thing were passed on to the future generation. What the father was doing, that was being done by the son, grandson, etc. So automatically, that life given to such karma was there in that, and it was working. Even then, see, a Shudra cannot take to the karma of Brahmana, but a Shudra is eligible to develop the Sattva Guna and gain the status of Brahmana guna-wise. Perfect freedom. For example, Vyasa, do you know to whom he was born? A fisherwoman, Matsyagandha. So therefore, Shudra had the perfect democratic right to rise to the level of Brahmana sattva-wise, aptitude-wise, but not karma-wise. This is one thing. So therefore, nobody is denied of the highest. Number two, if it were to be decided based on the sattva guna, who is to decide that? There is no what? Thermometer, hygrometer, ammeter to determine the gunas in the individual. Then it has to be even some panel. Even that panel has no capacity to verify totally which is the guna predominant. Number two, what is the guarantee that in course of time that panel may start the deal under the table and give certificate, Satvaguna, etc. So the practical way was taking by birth, because that achara, kulachara, the conduct of the lineage was maintained in those days. Maybe some exception is there. Exceptions are always in any field of what is that law, knowledge, etc. That's fine. That is one thing. Now we are going to come now. Third one. Vedas have not discriminated. They have given this system based on the aptitude. At the same time, even the Shudra, who has got only average intelligence, has got direct access to the highest accomplishment, which Brahmana gets, which Kshatriya gets, which Vaishya gets. Even the Shudra has got that perfect democratic right, and it is made available by Veda by recommending him the means which are suitable to his aptitude. So, what is the highest accomplishment? To begin with, Shuddha Antakarana, pure mind. Then finally, Atmajnana, Brahmajnana. The means by which Brahmana against Shuddha Antakarana, by dedicating, that is going to come now, the principle is going to come now, by offering his karmas to Ishvara, the similar means is available to Shudra in terms of offering his karma, not Brahmana's karma. Shudra's karma to Ishvara and gain the same Shuddhanta karma. Come on. Where's the partiality? Where's favorism? All get the same thing. And yet, Veda is very practical in ensuring that Shudra can get the same one by his karma, whereas he is totally incapable of taking to Brahmana's karma or Kshatriya's karma or Vaishya's karma. So therefore, we cannot, without knowing this, in the modern world, all criticisms are leveled against the Varna system. In fact, in any society, it may not be branded as Varna system, such divisions are there. Intelligent people, rich people who earn, etc., mighty people, average people. Maybe in certain time in the history, it's possible because the human intellect degrades. It may be possible, maybe it may be true also to some extent that Shudras were looked down. That is human weakness. That is human error. You cannot blame the Shastra for that. Glaring example nowadays, democracy. I hope, or you know, I know that you know the principle on which democracy was started by Abraham Lincoln. Government of the people, government by the people, government for the people. And it depends on the elected people. Now think of it. Today, all over the world, but let us take India. What is the level, what is the cadre of elected people? A few years back in UP, the dreaded criminals were in the assembly. You know, a few months or 1 year back on that, they were shot, etc. That because a proper chief minister came. Otherwise, they were in the party with the earlier chief minister. Criminals who loot the country. Now think of it. Just I think you know better because you are exposing to news more. I don't see more except little here and there. All this so-called opposition, maybe a minor exception may be there, all involved in what? Frauds. That is, see, you know better. The Chief Minister of Delhi, to what level he has degraded cheating and looting from all standpoints. And they are representing the people. Now tell me, who is at blame? It is the people who have no standard and norm to elect the proper people. Maybe nowadays majority is the better side, but otherwise it is a responsibility. Why this has happened? The principle of democracy is good, but human weakness of self-aggrandizement, making quick money, even the so-called opposition alliance. Take the history of each party. Majority of them are involved in what? Money laundering and all this. No, ED rates will prove. Maybe the final verdict of the law has not come, but with required evidences, many of them are behind the bars. What does it indicate? Are you going to blame democracy? It is human mistake, human weakness. So the same thing has happened in the Varna system. But we should know the principle on which the Varna system is based. It is for good of ours. And these karmas are divided or enjoined by Shastra based on aptitude. Because if you are not able to assimilate that word, swabhava or swabhava, prabhavaihi gunaihi, let us take the word aptitude. You know, even modern aptitude test is taken. So now see, Shastra has recommended, enjoined the different karmas to 4 varnas according to their aptitude or disposition of the mind. These karmas have got 2 types of results. Yesterday I told this. One, heaven, etc. Second is gaining Shuddha Antakarana, making oneself eligible to gain Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana, and thereby moksha. This is brought to our notice first by Bhashyakara before commenting on the verse 45. So now we have seen Etesha Jati Vihitanam Karmana. These karmas which are Vihita, enjoined, recommended to what? Jati. Brahmana Jati, Kshatriya Jati, Vaishya Jati, Shudra Jati, these varnas. Etesha, what are Etesha? In the earlier verses, these are the karmas of Brahmana, these are for Kshatriya, these are Vaishya, these are Shudra, as told. Karmana. Samyak Anushtitana, those who take to its performance, Anushtana, performance. Samyak, very well. Very well means what? Strictly in accordance with the Shastra, as told in the Shastra. For them means those who perform or take to these karmas thoroughly as told in the Shastra, Swarga Prapti Phalam Swabhavata. Swabhavata, naturally, automatically, as told in the Shastra. The phala, result for them is what? Swarga Prapti. They gain the promised heavens, depending on the karma they have, yajna yagas, etc., karma they have done. For this, Shruti is being quoted. Continue.
वर्णाः आश्रमाः च स्वकर्मनिष्ठाः प्रेत्य कर्मफलम् अनुभूय ततः शेषेण विशिष्ट देश जाति कुल धर्म आयुः श्रुत वित्त सुख मेधसः जन्म प्रतिपद्यन्ते इत्यादि स्मृतिभ्यः.
So, this is what we find from Smritis, Ityadi. Iti means one quotation given. Like such many quotations can be given by these Smritis. Of course, Shruti also comes there. So there are also such quotations are available. From this, you see, what is it? This can be found. What is that? Swakarmanishtaha varnaha ashramacha. Here, ashramaha varnaha is a Bahurihi Samasa, name of the people. So, ashramaha, what type of ashramaha or varnaha? Swakarmanishtaha. Swakarmanishtaha means those who are thoroughly engaged in the performance of the karma in accordance with their varna. Such people. Ashramaha, those people who are swakarmanishtaha ashrama, those people belonging to different ashramas. Ashrama has come. Ashrama is stage in life. Brahmacharya, a life of, what is that? Studious discipline, living with the Guru. In the olden days, Gurukula was there. Residential schools only. Maybe a prince or a son of a poor Brahmin, equal. They have to live with the Guru, the same. No additional facilities for the prince, etc. Ashrama, Brahmacharya, Grahastha, household life, Vanaprastha, semi-retired life, Sannyasa, totally retired life from the karmas. So these are the ashramas, of course. These in-between ashramas can be also skipped. Normal procedure is what? Brahmacharya, life of a student, then household, then semi-retirement, Vanaprastha, then sannyasa, totally giving karma and taking the complete pursuit of gaining Atma-jnana, Brahma-jnana. Brahmachari, if he has got proper eligibility and qualification, straight away go to sannyasa. A householder, grahastha, can skip vanaprastha and go to sannyasa. Of course, Vanaprastha has to go to sannyas. But based on the eligibility or qualification required for the subsequent, that is ashrama. For example, a Vanaprastha, in spite of his living semi-retired life, if he has still the qualifications of a sannyasi, he should not take to sannyasa. Be continuing in the Vanaprastha only, semi-retired life only. Like that they are. So here, ashramaha means swakarmani. See, it's like this. Swakarmanishtaha varnaha, swakarmanishtaha ashramaha. Means the people in different ashrama stages of life who are totally engaged in their respective karmas, performance of karma. What happens to these people? Pretya. Pretya means after death. Karma phalam anubhuya. Anubhuya. Anubhuya means having experienced. Having experienced what? Karma phala. Which karma? Varnashrama karma. Varnashrama karma, which are enjoined, give heavens only. Different types of heavens depending on what the karma is done. They don't give hell. They give you punya and not papa. But prohibited karmas give you papa and go to hell. So here we are talking of Vita karma, karmas enjoined by the Shastras and not Nishiddha karma, not the karmas prohibited by the Shastra. So therefore, Papa and Naraka is out. In the case of these people who are Swakarmanishtaha Varnaha, Swakarmanishtaha Ashramaha, after having Anubhuya, having experience, Karma phalas means Swargas, having experienced the heavens according to their punya, tataha, thereafter, sheshena, by the remaining what? Karma phala. Sheshena karma phalena. In accordance with the remaining karma phalas, out of which are imminent to fructify, they get different types of births, embodiment, based on the remaining karma. The varieties of embodiment are given, which are embodiment which have got Vishishta. Vishishta means specific. Desha means they get the different embodiments having specific desha, specific place, country, etc. For example, let us say a child born in Bharat, our country, take into consideration, and a child born in some Western country or Islam country, who has got better environment, better opportunities to take to spiritual pursuits. Obviously, one who is born in Bharat. Not that others cannot, but they have to struggle more. Here it is readily available. Like that. Specific desha. In fact, you should thank your stars that you are born in Bharat. But unfortunately, nowadays, people have got their interest where? In the Western countries. Of course, the cycle is going to turn now. Again, it's going to return to Bharat in few years. Anyway, that is the future. Jati, the specific varna, jati, Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, determined with the past punya only. Kula, that is lineage, family, lineage. Dharma, with specific karmas. So that is by having specific karma like that of Brahmana, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra. Then Ayuhu, longevity, lifespan, that also determined. Don't think that it is not accidental. Some people live long, some die at young age, some die at the infant also. All determined by the prarabdha karma. Dharma, ayuhu, lifespan. Shruta, then the patantara is there. Shruta vritta. It is Shruta, vritta, then vitta. Shruta vritta means a family having the knowledge of Shastras. You know, for a child born in a family which is dedicated to music, it is very easy to learn music. You find nowadays very young children, they are singing very well. Like that, if a person born in a Brahmana family where Shastra, etc., highly learned, advantage. Then Vitta, the money, rich, poor, etc., is also written by the earlier one. Sukha, Sukha in terms of joys, etc. Sukha, then Medasaha, Medas. Medas is Buddhi, Buddhi or Medha Shakti. Buddhi, intelligence or retentive power. This high degree of memory wherein whatever learned is retained, is not forgotten. So Medhasaha, Janma, such birth having these specific features, different features as described, Janma Pratipadyanti, they are born. This is from Gautama Dharma Sutra 11:29. 11th chapter, 29 Sutra. Gautama Dharma Sutra. Ityadi Smritibhya. From these Smritis, we can find out that those people who live the life of performance of karmas as enjoined by the Shastras, they enjoy the heavens and based on remaining karma, take such specific births. Further, it justifies why he has said so. It can be continue.
पुराणे च वर्णिनाम आश्रमीणाम च लोकफल भेद विशेष स्मरणात्.
So again, Smriti is told like sutras, specifically Puranecha, in the Puranas, 18 Puranas. What is that? It is specifically told this. Varninam ashranam. Those who follow different varnas and ashramas. Loka bheda, phala bheda, vishesha smarana. You have to take that way. Loka phala bheda means loka bheda, different types of svargas, etc. Even narakas also will come here. Again, phala bheda. The phala result in terms of devatva, etc. See, you go to heaven, but there are also different degrees of greatness. Some may be deities, others the common denizens, citizens of the heaven. So here, phala in terms of result, in terms of status of deities, etc. Vishesha smarana. This is specifically highlighted in the Puranas. Not only Smritis like Gautama Dharma Sutra describe that, is much more it is highlighted in the Puranas. This is the general result. It says there is another result because of the maturity of this person taking to this varna ashrama karma, depending on maturity in terms of viveka vairagya. The same karmas with slightly changing the attitude can give still better results in terms of Shuddha Antakarana. So Bhashyakara points out, say by same performance of same karmas of Varna and Ashram. Here is, which is going to be told by Bhagavan in the verse 45. Here is another result that is going to be described by who? Bhagavan himself. Read Bhashya.
Karanantarattu idam vakshamanam phalam swe
Stop.
swe.
Stop. Karanantarat. Because of another reason. So, means that reason is what? Those who take to Anusthana, performance of this karma as the means to gain moksha, as mokshopaya. Upaya means sadhana to gain moksha. Therefore, those who take to Anusthana, performance of this karma, not to get heavens, but as a means to gain moksha. That is what Karanantara. Karanantara means another reason, as another means. Mokshapekshaya tesham anusthana. They are performed from the standpoint of gaining moksha. For such people, to contrast with the Swarga Prapti, gaining heaven. idam vakshamanam phalam. This is the phala which is now going to be told by Bhagavan in the verse 45. Please read verse 45.
स्वे स्वे कर्मण्यभिरतः संसिद्धिं लभते नरः स्वकर्मनिरतः सिद्धिं यथा विन्दति तच्छृणु
स्वे स्वे कर्मणि अभिरतः नरः संसिद्धिं लभते स्वकर्मनिरतः यथा सिद्धिं विन्दति तच्छृणु. That earlier the word was Shrutavritta. Shrutavritta. That vritta means achara. The one with achara is Shruta. Shruta can be in terms of vidya jnana. Means the person who takes to the means of gaining atma jnana, brahma jnana. So that Shrutavritta. So here, let us see the verse. Sve sve karmani abhirata. Abhirata means one who is totally engaged, totally committed to. Engage in what? Sve sve karmani. In one's own karmas, in the sense, in the karmas enjoined to him by the Shastra. Abhirata totally committed to, say, such a person. Who is that? Naraha. Nara, human being, here, the eligible person. The eligible person who is totally engaged in discharging one's duty as per the Shastras. Sausiddhim labhate. Labhate gains. Prapnoti. What? Sausiddhim. See, the word siddhi means accomplishment, gaining. But it can be anything. You have come across Ashta Siddhis, 8 occult powers. That doesn't mean siddhi means occult powers. Any accomplishment is what? Siddhi. Sankalpa siddhi. Fulfillment of one's will, what one resolved, like that. So here Samsiddhi stands for, it can be moksha, but it is not moksha here. One step down. What is it? Jnana nishtha yogyata lakshana. That accomplishment in terms of mental disposition, which is capable of gaining Atma Jnana and also nishtha in that. And also firm abidance in that. So that is Jnana Nishtha Yogyata Lakshana. Bhashyakara is going to clarify it. Is going to tell us that is characterized by gaining the fitness, ability to gain knowledge and nishtha in that knowledge. He gains. Now I say, what is that mode? In what way does such a person gain the siddhi in terms of fitness, eligibility to gain Atma Jnana and Nishtha in that. Second line shows Swakarma Nirataha, a person who is totally engaged in doing one's karma as per the Shastras. Totally Nirataha, totally committed to that. Yatha, yena prakarena, by what way or mode, siddhim vindati. Siddhi is that eligibility to gain jnana and nishtha in that. That is jnana, nishtha, yogyata, lakshana, siddhi. Vindati gains tashruno. Please listen that way in which he gets. Now this is now the very important topic that is going to come now in the forthcoming verses and in Bhasya also, in which 46 and 50 are very, very important. 46, the coming verse, gives the principle of Karma Yoga. In 50, Bhasya, we find how exactly the Atma Jnana, Brahma Jnana takes place. Not only that, we can also find there how exactly we have got bound in samsara. How exactly we appear as Sukha Dukkhatmaka Samsari Jiva. It's a very, very important topic. I'm going to take that in detail, just the prelude to prepare you to be ready for lengthy portions of bhashyas, which are going to explain us threadbare where is the problem and how is the solution that is going to work. Now please listen. Read Bhashya, Swe Swe.
स्वे स्वे यथोक्त लक्षण भेदे कर्मणि अभिरतः तत्परः संसिद्धिं स्वकर्मानुष्ठानात् अशुद्धिक्षये सति कायेन्द्रियाणां ज्ञाननिष्ठा योग्यता लक्षणां संसिद्धिं लभते प्राप्नोति नरः अधिकृतः पुरुषः.
What is the Swe Swe? Swe Swe means belonging to oneself. Different people are involved, belong to each and every individual, like this, Swe Swe. Of one's Yathokta Lakshana Bhede Karmani. Karmani Abhirata is there. Abhirata means, let us first take the meaning of Abhirata. Abhirata means Tatparaha. Totally committed to it. Committed to what? Karmani. In karmas. Which karmas? Bhashyakara points out. Yathokta Lakshana Bhede means the karmas belonging to people of different varnas, 4 varnas, as enumerated in verses 42 to 44. From 42 to 44 in these are the karmas of Brahmana. These are the karmas of Kshatriya. These are the karmas of Vaishya. These are the karmas of Shudra. So distinctly enumerated. One is who is abhirataha, tatparaha, totally engaged in, totally committed to the performance of these karmas. He gets samsiddhi. What is samsiddhi? Swakarmanushthanat ashuddhi kshaye sati kayendriyanam jnana-nishtha yogyata lakshanam samsiddhi. Such types of samsiddhi. Accomplishment. What is it? What are the means? Swakarmanusthana. By anusthana, performance of one's karma, ashuddhikshaye sati. When the ashuddhi is destroyed. What is ashuddhi here? Ashuddhi here is durita or past sins. By performance of one's karmas in accordance with the Shastra. How will be told in the next verse. So that is what happens. Durita Kshaya takes place. The ending, destruction of the past sins takes place. Papa takes place. So Durita Ashuddhi, that's what Ashuddhi Kshaya is. Sati, when it takes place. Samsiddhi, what is Samsiddhi? Kayendriyana jnana-nishtha yogyata lakshana. Accomplishment, lakshana, characterized by yogyata, fitness or eligibility of what? Kayendriyana. Physical bodies, indriyas, mind, intellect, all. Jnana-nishtha yogyata lakshanam. Accomplishment in terms of gaining that disposition, which is yogya, fit for jnana, gaining atma jnana, and also nishtha, abidance in that. So such samsiddhi, labhate means prapnoti. Who gets it? Naraha. Who is naraha? Adhikritaha purusha. The purusha person who is adhikrita. Adhikrita means eligible to karmas, and by performance of this, he gives this eligibility to gain knowledge and nishtha in that. The question comes, is it that he gets the eligibility just like performance of karma? Just by performance of karma? No. So there is a specific way of doing it, or the purpose is different from the general doing in terms of getting heavens, etc. So that is now going to be told. Before that, Bhashyakara poses the question. Read.
किम स्वधर्मानुष्ठानतः एव साक्षात् संसिद्धिः न.
Kim, is it that Swadharmanushtana, dharma karma here, by anushtana, performance of one's karma as per this varna and ashrama system, by that only sakshat samsiddhi, directly the this ability to gain knowledge and nishtha takes place? For which, if Bhashyakara having asked the question, answers, no labhate, no. No means no labhate, no. Only because it does will not. We may go to heaven, but this, the fitness, eligibility of the body, senses, mind, etc. to gain Atma Jnana, directly it doesn't get it. The question is, how continue?
कथम तर्हि स्वकर्म निरतः सिद्धिं यथा येन प्रकारेण विन्दति तत् शृणु यतः इति।
Katham tarhi? Tarhi, in that case, means if one doesn't gain this eligibility of the body, etc., mind, etc., to gain Atma Jnana and Nishtha in that, how does he get it? In that case, how does he get it? That's the question. For which answer is Swakarma Nirataha. The person who is totally engaged in discharging one's duties as per the Shastra, or the one who is totally committed to the performance of one's karma as per the Shastra, such a person, yatha, yena prakarena, in what manner, in what way, so siddhim vindati. Siddhi, you know now Siddhi what it is. Jnana nishtha, yogyata of kaya, body, indriyas, mind, etc. Siddhim yatha yena prakarena, by what, in what way? Vindati means gains, tat shruno, that you please know. So now comes yataha iti, that is introduction of to the verse 46. The 46th verse gives the basic principle involved in Karma Yoga, whereby the karma which in normal course would have given heavens is able to give us the Shuddhanta karma necessary to gain both Atma Jnana and Nishtha in that. We'll see next or today evening.
स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्तां न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यं लोकाः समस्ताः सुखिनो भवन्तु काले वर्षतु पर्जन्यः पृथिवी सस्यशालिनी देशोऽयं क्षोभरहितः ब्राह्मणाः सन्तु निर्भयाः ॐ सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामयाः सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् असतो मा सद्गमय तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमय मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमय ॐ पूर्णमदः पूर्णमिदं पूर्णात् पूर्णमुदच्यते पूर्णस्य पूर्णमादाय पूर्णमेवावशिष्यते ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। हरिः ॐ श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः। हरिः ॐ।